Hello everyone, I'm Katrina for Theme Creations, Reefs and Things, and I don't know what just happened. We were doing a live and all of a sudden Facebook just kicked me out. So I'm not sure what was going on with Facebook, but we're back. Okay, let's recap again. We are doing a Dollar Tree Wreath Frame. I've put Chanel stems on it. I've spaced it out by tying my Chanel stems on, and then running it down the sides of the reform and then attaching my next one. I did that all the way around. We have 14 attached to this Dollar Tree reform. We're going to be doing 10-inch poofs with the blue deco mesh. We're going to be coming back in with this red and white foil deco mesh doing ruffles. We also have ribbon for the wreath that I've already cut at 13 inches, and we're going to do the red and the stars. We're going to do the blue with stripes, and they're cut at 13 inches, and we have 14 pair of those because we have 14 Chanel stems. So that's what we have here. The sign, we've attached our cable mounts at the back of the sign. It's glued down with E6000 glue and regular Gorilla glue from the hot glue gun, and this is the sign. It's a gnome with firecrackers holding a banner that says USA, and it's on a metal form. So metal frame. So that's what this is. This is the sign that we're going to use. We have embellishments over that, but if we have time, we'll get to that. Let's get into the wreath. Okay, let's get prepared. Let's get our blue tossed down here on the floor. We're going to roll over our deco mesh about 3 or 4 inches, and then bring it into yourself. When you do that, you have about 2 or 3 inches in your hand, 2 or 3 inches in, and you just find a spot. We're gonna go on the inside. We're gonna work on the inside zip ties. I mean Chanel stems, not zip ties. So you place it into a a Chanel stem, push it down, and you give it a good twist. Then what you also do is you do get a zip tie. It's actually a zip tie. And you take your zip tie, you go under this bundle that you have right here, and you close it in and secure it in. You see what I did there? You just close it and secure it in. You want to make sure that that will not come off. So you do a real quick tighten, twist it around to the back, tighten it up really, really good. And then you cut it off. And that's how you attach it to your reform. As you see, I have my little caddy here. It has all my equipment in it. So that's something always good to have when you start doing making wreaths. Having something to hold your glue, your scissors, everything that you need. That's what you need over here. I'm going to move the glue gun out the way because we don't really need that right now. Oh, and I said we're going to do 10-inch poofs, right? So we're going to do some 10-inch poofs. So we're going to do 20. And you make sure when you do your poofs that your deco mesh is turned in. The ends got to be turned in. That makes a really pretty poof. That's what you want. So you watch the ends. The ends are turned in on that end. Ends are turned in on this end. And what you do is you run your hand alongside of it. I have it at the 20, and I'm going to the 10. And then I go to the next available Chanel stem. And I just push it down. And you take a look at it. See how that made a pretty poof? Do the same thing again. Make sure it's turned in, and they are. They're turned in. You go to a 20, take it to the 10, and you go to the next Chanel stem. So I don't know if anybody answered me before, but how was your Sunday? I normally come on a little later, but I figured it's a weekend. My husband hadn't come home from work yet. I figured I'd jump on here real quick and do this Patriotic Wreath with you guys. So when you come on, say hi. Let me know where you're checking in from. If you do any crafts, what kind of crafts you do, what you into. Especially if you do signs. I love sign makers because I love buying signs for my wreaths. So I haven't gotten into that yet, so I don't think that's a venture I'm going to get into. So I need to find people that make nice signs. So if you make signs, let me know because I'll probably be interested in buying some. Also, you want to Once again, tuck it under, go to the 20, out to the 10, go to the next available tie, open tie. Push it down in there. For some reason I'm losing my voice. And push it down in there and give it a good twist once or twice. You want to make sure it's down in there. You want to fluff up. Fluff it up a little bit. Now you don't have to fluff it up as you go if you don't want to. I just like doing that. That's just me. Take our mesh, go over to the 20, down to the 10, the next tie. Oh, the weather was excellent here in Canton, Georgia. That's where I'm at right now, is Canton, Georgia. And the weather was great. How's the weather where you guys are? It was like in the 70s, like 75. It's great today. Window, open up all the windows. The house got a nice air out. It wasn't too hot, so to make the house stuffy. So it was great. Now we're going back to the first one that we used a zip tie on. So all we're going to do is unloose that chenille stem, and we can do that because we zip tied it down to the frame, so it's not going to come up. So we untie that, lay this one down in there, push it down, give it a good push, and then you want to twist it down. So we're doing the same exact steps that we did on that 15-inch raised form, same thing. It's just that this form is a little lower. It's not up high like the other work forms. So it's a little lower. The profile is just a little lower. It's the same thing. Now we're going to go down to the bottom row, right? You see that right there? We're going to go down there. How we're going to go down there is we're going to take the mesh, pull it together, and we're going to go to the very next chenille stem, and that would be this one right here. This is the very next chenille stem. So this is what you want to go to. You don't want to make a poof. You just want to pull your mesh very tight, and you want to go straight down to that chenille stem. This is what we're going to do. I'll pull it real tight, and we're going to go down to this chenille stem, and we're going to tie it down. This is how we start the next row. Give it a good 2 twists, and then we start doing the same thing we did on the top, which is find the 20, make sure your mesh is in, find the 20, go down to the 10, and you go over to your next chenille stem. Now, at this point, you want to make them a little bigger, you can, because it's the bottom, and you can go out a little more if you want to. It all depends on you. This is your art. You make it the way you want to. You try it this way. If it doesn't look right, you can always change it. That's the best thing about doing wreaths. You can change it. Nothing is etched in stone. You can always change something. I like that. That's good for me. You can go to 20, come down to the 10, go to the next chenille stem. Now this was an open mesh, roll of mesh. So I'm hoping I have enough to finish everything. I'm thinking I do. If I don't, I have some 10-inch over there, and we can make that 10-inch work. It's not a big deal. We will make it work. I'm going to go to the 20, come out to the 10. Losing my voice, don't know why. Come out to the 10. I'm going to push this down. All right. I would say I'm going to try to pull up my comments. I may try one more time, because the last time I tried to pull up my comments, that's when Facebook kicked me out. So I don't know if I want to do that again. It may kick me out again. I don't know what's going on. So let's go in here. We're going to go to the next available chenille stem, or pipe cleaner, whatever you call it. And just fluff it up. Go to the 20, pull out to the 10, next one. And one of the reasons why I like to glue down my chenille stems is because your poofs kind of stay where your chenille stems are. They don't slide back and forth. Sometimes when you don't glue down your chenille stems, your poofs tend to want to slide around. And you don't want that to happen. Let me redo that one because that one got a little wonky on me. If something don't look right, you just pull it out and do it over, just like I just did. Didn't look right. Pull it out, do it over. No big deal. You push it down. Give it a good 1-2 twists. Let me fluff it out. When you fluff it out, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you tuck up the ends. The ends should already be tucked in, but if they're not, you just take it and you just tuck in the ends. That way you have a nice clean poof. You don't see no ends of the deco mesh. So make sure you do that. Like right now, the deco mesh wants to come up. You just twist it under. That's all you do. On your side is already under. So you go to 20, come out to the 10, and you go to the next one. Push it down, and you give it the 1-2 twists. Once again, make sure those ends want to be down. On the side, the ends want to twist up for some reason. You go to the 20, come down to the 10. And we're almost to our last one. Matter of fact, we are coming up on our last one. So this is almost done. I didn't want to keep you guys as late as I normally do. I normally am up here doing the wreath for an hour and a half. We're going to try to get that down to at least an hour today. But no, in actuality, when you're doing wreaths, it takes about an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. 3 hours is really a real time when it comes to doing wreaths. And the timing all depends on how much stuff you put in your wreaths. So, you know, it all depends. If you're just doing a simple wreath, it may only take you an hour and a half. You know, it may only take you an hour. It all depends on how in depth you want your wreath to be. You want the last one, go to the 20, go to the 10, and you have to, I always try to take this, the one that we pulled it down. This is where we started at. Remember, we came down and we started there, right? We started there. So we're going to open that Chanel stem and put this poof in. Just have to hold it a little bit. I twisted it the wrong way. There you go. And you push this one down on top of that one. Push it down. And you give it a really tight 1-2 twists. Because you need to hold both of them like that. And you have your poof. Now when you get to the end, I like to cut at least 4 inches down from the wreath form. So we come down to about here, so that's about 4 or 5 inches. And you cut. And there you go. The base of your wreath is now done. So if you guys was able to hop on, like I said, I'm Katrina with Theme Creations, Wreaths and Things. Let me know where you're checking in from. Let me know how the weather was, what you did today. As I just had a lazy day today. Well, not really lazy. I did clean up. I cleaned put up some more spaces to put up my wreaths and cleaned up my dining room, trying to get my upstairs looking like a house and not a storage area for my wreaths. So I'm trying to bring some things down here. I can't bring too many because this room hasn't been finished. I have somebody coming next week to take a look at this room to possibly get it finished within the near future rather. So I can store all of my wreaths down here and not have them upstairs. I think I got some runaway mesh over here. So now we're going to start doing our curls. I mean, not curls this time, our ruffles. So what we do, we have our Chanel stems sticking out here. I like to pull them together. This is not what you have to do, but I just do. I'm a little extra. That's just me. I'm extra. I like to see them two together, because sometimes they get lost in here, especially if they're the same color as the mesh. And I like to use Chanel stems that's the color of my mesh. I try to do it that way. You don't have to do it that way, but I do. That's just me. Like I said, I'm a little extra. So we take the 20-inch deco mesh that we cut, our white and red, the white with the red foil running all through it. Can't see it now, it's just rolled together. And what we do is we roll it under just a little bit, and then we walk up the middle. And we ruffle it. That's all we do. We take this bow tie, this ruffle, we open up, we don't open up the chenille stem. You just stick it down in there, and you do it from up to bottom. I mean, top to bottom, horizontally. And you stick it down in there, you push it down, and you give it the 1-2 twist. And remember, we got to put ribbon in there. So you want to make sure that you leave it where you can put your ribbon in. So make sure you leave space for you to be able to find your ribbon and put your ribbon in. I'm going to see if I can pull up my live. That way I can read your comments and communicate back and forth with you guys, because I love doing that. So I think I was able to find it. Yes, I was. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next one. We do a little curl underneath, and then we just walk our hands up. Just walk our hands up. And you'll see it has a natural curl to that. See how that's naturally curled under? That's what you want. Once you get there, you do it like this, and you just walk your hands under. That's a natural curl under. You have that bow tie. That's what you want. You go to your next available chenille stem. Don't open it. You just push this right down in it. You push it down, and you give it the 1-2 twist. And you go to the next one. You got the bow tie. Got the bow tie. Go to the next chenille stem, and you push it down. And this is called a ruffle, a cruffle. Some people call it a cruffle because you roll it under that 1-2 times. Or they just call it a ruffle. It all depends on what you want to call it. It's just pretty, that's all I know. It looks good on your wreath, so I like to do it. And then it hides the ends of your mesh where the fraying takes place. When you curl it under, it keeps it from fraying as much. And we all know deco mesh is going to fray no matter what. Deco mesh is going to fray. But you try to limit it as much as you can. So you do that by curling in the ends of your deco mesh so nothing pulls on it and makes it fray. But it's going to fray. That's just deco mesh for you. It's going to fray. Another open chenille stem. Push this down in it and then give it a 1-2 twist. And you see how pretty that is? The red and white. That's so pretty so far. Patriotic all the way through. Curl it under, walk your hands up it, straight up the middle, in the middle as much as possible. Get to that end. You have your bow tie, next available chenille stem. I'm still waiting on you guys to let me know which view you guys like the best. I asked in my last video for you guys to let me know which view. If you go back and you look at my past videos, I've shot videos from different views. So if you can go and look at my past videos and see which view you like best, let me know. Put that in the comments. Even though the video may be on replay, I still answer my comments. So please comment on those videos and I'll answer you. And then I'll definitely, the view that gets the most pics is the view that I work with. I like this view right here, but I know at some angles you just don't see. I'm in the process of looking at getting an overhead camera so you can look down at me so you can see my exact hand placement. But I'm not sure when that's going to happen. I'm looking into it. I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to get it though, but I am looking into it. So I think that would give you guys a better advantage of a better viewpoint of exactly my hand placement. Because some people just need to see exactly how you place your hands when you're doing your wreaths. I know, because I was definitely one of those people when I was learning. I needed to see exactly how your hands were, you know, how the mesh looked, to know if I was doing it right. So we're going in here now, and I'm just going to recap. We are doing a Patriotic Wreath on a Dollar Tree 14-inch wreath form. We're doing that today. My first time doing a wreath on a Dollar Tree form. I have done plenty in the past, but I haven't done any for you guys. So I wanted to come on and show you how to put that together. If you missed that in the beginning, just watch the replay, and you'll be able to see how I put my Chanel stems, or pipe cleaners if you want to call them, on my 14-inch Dollar Tree wreath frame, and then did my 10-inch poofs. And then now we're doing, these are cut at 20 inches, and we're doing ruffles. And what we're doing is we're just curling under the ends a little bit, and then walking up the mesh with your hands. And that's all you're doing. You try to stay in the middle as much as possible. You're not going to be exact, and that's okay. This is not rocket science. This is not baking a cake. Measurements don't have to be exact. We're going to go up to the top now. So we go to the top. Unavailable Chanel stem. Push this down in the top. Gotta push it down, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes it don't want to go. You have to show it who's boss sometimes. Push it down and give it a good 1-2 twist. The next one. I think my husband just came in from work. I think I just heard the door come in. Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure it's him. Hubby, that's you? Okay. All right, I'm back. That was my husband. I gotta make sure, because all my windows was open upstairs and I'm in the basement, so I want to make sure that's who was upstairs making all that noise. Okay, we're gonna go to the next Chanel stem. Stick this down in there, and make sure when you put it in there, you push it down. You need to be able to push it down. Okay. If you hear noise in the background, that's my husband. I did not close the basement door because he wasn't here when I first started my video. So if you hear anything, hey, this is live video. My husband is now home from work, so you may hear something in the background. Roll that in under, and you just walk your fingers. What did everybody eat for dinner tonight? I didn't eat dinner yet. Waiting for my husband to come home. Figured I'd get on and do this wreath with you guys, and then I'll sit down and have dinner with him right after this. So we twist this in. So I haven't had dinner yet. So what you guys had tonight? What good stuff you guys ate tonight? I'm wondering. Inquiring minds want to know. We tuck this in under, and we just walk our hands up. So what we do, we get to the end, grab that end, we have our bow tie, and put in the next available Chanel stem. This is full and beautiful right now. And don't even have no ribbon on it. And push it down and give it the 1-2 twist. Fluff up your deco mesh. I think we got 2 more to go, and then we can move on to the ribbon. I told you guys I didn't want to keep you here too long today. I'm gonna try to hold to it. Ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching me on Facebook, if you could like, share, follow, definitely comment when you come on. Let me know where you're coming on from and what kind of crafts you do. I would greatly appreciate it. This is how I grow my business, through you guys. So when you come on, if you're watching me on Facebook, if you could, like I said, like, share, follow, and comment. I would greatly appreciate it. Definitely share this video with someone else you think would like to see this video, want to learn how to do wreaths, or interested in crafting. Definitely share the video. But definitely comment. I need you guys' feedback to let me know what view is best for you guys. I've shot a couple of videos, so go back and watch my videos and let me know which view you think is best. That way I know how to set up my camera once it gets here. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. That's the base. Look at that. Look at that. That's full all the way around. And that's 21-inch blue deco mesh, 10-inch poofs. That is my base. It is on a 14-inch Dollar Tree wreath frame, right? And we put 14 chenille stems all the way around. Go back to at the end, go back and watch the beginning. You'll see how I attach my chenille stems. After we put the 10-inch poofs all the way around in the 14 chenille stems, we then went in with 14 of these, cut to 20 inches, and we did ruffles. So I want to see which one did I missed one up here at the top. I may have missed one. I think I did. There it is. I'm going to put this in. If you're watching me on YouTube, please subscribe, share, also comment on YouTube. YouTubers, I need you to let me know which view is better. Let me know. Go back and watch my videos and let me know which angle, what camera, on the side, to the right, to the left, straight ahead like we're doing right now. Which one looks better? That way I know how to set up my camera for you guys to keep doing my tutorials for you guys. So you guys can get the best view. You can see everything that's going on. That's what I want. Okay, now that's all of them. All of them are in there. All my poofs is in there. You see the blue peeking out. You see the red and white, definitely. You see it all. And that's what I want. And you have to pull your stuff out. And I could have went 12 inches with this blue mesh if I wanted to, you know. But I was like, no, I didn't want it to be too dominant. I really wanted the red and white to be the dominant part. Because here's our sign. And the sign has a lot of blue on it, right? You look at the sign, it has a lot of blue on it. You put it up against this and it looks good because it's on more of a white background. And I like my signs to pop. So I figure out what's the dominant color in my sign. And in this sign, the blue is the most dominant color. So what I did was I went with the other colors to be dominant. So when I put my sign on it, it pops. That's just me. That's just how I do it. Not saying that you have to do it that way. Now we're finished with this. We can go to our ribbons. I've cut my ribbons to 13 inches. And I have 4 different types of ribbon. I have the stars and the red stripes. And I have the blue with the red and blue stripes. The white with the red and blue stripes. So those are my 2 types of ribbon that I have. How I put my ribbons on is, it's my ruffle here. And I see some frame, but you go through that at the end and you get that at the end. As I line my ribbons up as best as possible. Don't have to be perfect. Like I told you guys, this is art. It's not rocket science. Nothing has to be perfect. So you put it together where it's even. Pinch the bottom. That's the bottom. Give it a little crease. That way you know where to gather it at. And then you bring the ends too. And you have like this little, these little wings, right? These little wings. That's what you want. Or another bow tie if you want to say it is. And you get the next available, just the first available chenille stem. Is no rhyme or reason which one you put it in. You just stick it in one of them. That's all. Now when you put it in, you press it down like you do everything else. And you give it a couple of twists. I'm not going to take these chenille stems off, cut them off yet, because I have embellishments like these, some firecrackers, some rockets that I may put on this, and I'm going to use those chenille stems to stick it into. So I'm not going to cut off my chenille stems yet. If you wasn't putting any embellishments in, you can go ahead and cut off the chenille stems right now at this point and move on. But since I'm putting stuff in, I'm not going to cut mine out right now. You go to the next one. You line it up. You bring those ends together. You push it down. And you twist it on. You give it a couple of 1, 2, or 3 good twists. Because you want the ribbon to stay in and you don't want the ribbon to come out. And then I like to roll my hands under my ribbon. That's how I get it to give me that nice curl. And then I just spread my ribbon apart. You're gonna have to go back in afterwards, so you don't have to do such a great job of that right now. But I just like to, you can just not fluff it up right now, but I just like to fluff as I go. And I go back in and refluff again. And when you start doing wreaths, you're gonna know you can fluff and fluff and fluff and keep fluffing, and you still don't think you fluffed enough. That's just in wreath making. Go to the next one. Yeah, my husband's on, sports is on. As soon as he walked in, the sports on. He's watching something upstairs. And what you do is you can just, another trick is you put the ribbon in between your 2 fingers here, and you just roll it out. Just roll it out, and it gives your ribbon a nice curl. Put it in between your 2 fingers, and you just roll it out. And it gives your ribbon that nice little curl. Next. All right, I'm gonna put this in there. Put it down in there. Push it down really good. Give it a good 1, 2, maybe 3 twists to make sure it's down there good. Move my hands underneath there. So I'm just gonna get the top. And it's already looking pretty. Just with this little bit of color gives it a nice pop. The shininess in the ribbon just brings it all out. It's great. And you can do this any which way you want to. You can have a patriotic. You can not put ribbons in if you want to. It's up to you. If you just like how the base was and you just wanted to put the sign on just what the base was, then you just do that. It's absolutely okay. You make it the way you want to. Use the concept that I'm showing you and you make it the way you want to. You don't have to make it the way I'm making it. I'm just showing you a concept. One of the ways you can make it. See? Take it under. And I'll just pull them apart. And then you can see it as I twist it around, you'll be able to see it. As I twist it around, you'll see it. And I'll definitely pull it up and show it to you. So I can give you, I'm gonna do a little recap for all those that's just joining. This is a Patriotic Wreath made on a 14-inch Dollar Tree Wreath Frame. I put 14 Chanel stems, or pipe cleaners, whatever you want to call them, on my Dollar Tree Wreath Frame. And if you need to see how that's done, you can always go back to the beginning and watch that. Once I put those on, I then attached my cable ties to my sign, which is a metal sign. I will show that to you in a second. I glued that there. This is the sign. That's the sign. And then I glued the cable mounts on the back. And that's what I'm gonna use to attach it. Oh, I skipped the spot. Wait a minute now. I think I'm talking too much. I missed the spot. Okay, go back. And it happens, ladies and gentlemen. Just go back. Not a big deal. Go back. I'm glad I found it now. Normally I don't find it until I get to the end and I realize I got an extra ribbon, and I'm trying to figure out where's this empty spot at. Then I got to take them all out, the ones after that, and put it in the right sequence. So I'm glad I found it now. But like I was saying, I put 10-inch poofs in each chenille stem, or pipe cleaners, whatever you call them. Once I finish that, I then cut the red and white deco mesh at 20 inches long, and I did 14 of them. And I did ruffles. So I did my ruffles. Once I did my ruffles, I stuck them in each one of the chenille stems. So I had 14 cuts. So I did 14 cuts, did that, put that in. Now I am taking the ribbon that I choose to use for this wreath, and I'm putting the ribbon in. And as you can see, the ribbon that I'm using is a red striped ribbon. I can show you right here. That's on. It's red striped ribbon right here with the stars. And then I'm using blue shiny ribbon right here with the stripes. That's what I'm using for this wreath today. But you can use this concept that I'm showing you for any wreath that you want to do. It can be, like I said, a Mother's Day wreath. It can be a spring or summer wreath. It can be a fall wreath. Because before you know it, I'll be working on my Christmas and fall wreaths in July. So already, the 2nd of May. So we'll be at July before you know it. And it'll be time to work on fall and Christmas stuff. So you could want to get a jump on some of your fall stuff. You can use this concept with any style of wreath that you want to make. Also, don't forget, people have wreaths for baby showers. Get the baby blue deco mesh, white, oh my goodness, and you just make a wreath out of it. You're great. Put some bottles, some pacifiers all throughout this, and there you go. You got a wreath for baby shower. Beautiful. So you can use this concept for just about anything. So we're going in. I think we went all around the bottom. The bottom is done. We're going to start for the top. Let's put the top in now. Find the available chenille stem or pipe cleaner. And you just push it down and you give it a couple of good twists. And there you go. And you just spread it out. And what I do with my ribbon is I line them up as close as possible, fold it over, find the middle, pinch the bottom. That way I know where to bring the ribbons together, bring them together like you see a bow tie. And I just find it, push it down in the next available stem and twist it in. That's all I'm doing right now. And if you're watching me on Facebook, please like, share, follow, comment definitely. I need you guys to comment. Let me know what you think about this view that I'm showing you guys. How can I show it to you better? What do you think I need to show you guys better what I'm doing? I know you can't see my hand placement too well. You can see what I'm doing, but not my hand placement too well. So I'm trying to figure out a good view for you guys, but I need your input. So definitely comment and let me know. Share this video with other people that would love to see how it's done as well. So they can comment and let me know whether they like the view or not. But go back and watch some of my previous videos, and because I've shot from different angles, and let me know what you think is the best. Once I get enough of one view, then that'll be how I set up my cameras. Because I'm in the process of looking at some and trying to order some so I can give you guys a better view. I'm thinking about an overhead camera, so I know that would be a better view. I know that helped me when I was learning, was looking at views from the overhead. That way I can see the exact placement. So I'm just twisting out my ribbon. Twisting out my ribbon. And you're gonna go back in and you're gonna fluff this. It's no, you know, you don't have to do it all right now. I just do a little as I go. Okay. Pushing it back, pushing it down. Next Chanel stem, you push that ribbon down and you give it a couple of good twists. Because you want that ribbon to stay in and you don't want it to come out. So what y'all think about it? How's it looking so far? I think it's looking okay to me. But that's me, you know, I'm going to be impartial. I'm going to think my roots look beautiful. But you guys, tell me what you think. Do you think I could add something? I should break up some other colors? What do you think I should do? I'm going to add embellishments though. I'm not finished. So I'm going to add embellishments. I'm going to put the sign on. But what you think so far? You think these colors go? That blue, you think that blue is enough? It's kind of getting lost, but you still see it. I love that. It still peeks out. This is a lot of blue in that sign. But let me know what you think. Okay, push this down. I know it's Sunday. A lot of people Sunday evening. People are either eating dinner now or getting ready for work or school tomorrow. Getting that together. Yeah, when I'm finished here, I'll be going upstairs and eating, and I'll be getting myself ready for work as well. I'm ready for a vacation. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for a vacation. You know, nobody's been nowhere because of the pandemic, but I'm ready for a vacation. I don't care if it's just sitting in my living room, you know, watching movies all day. I'm ready for that time off. Anybody else out there feel the same way? Ready for that time off? Alright. I think this is our last one. Last one of the ribbons. Push it down. One, two twists. Give it a couple twists. Matter of fact, my father, I have to call my father. I can't forget to call my father. He had a minor procedure, and I just want to call and check on him. So I gotta keep that in my head to make sure I call him. I hope I don't forget. There's things these days be in my head. Next minute is gone. I don't know if anybody else out there is like that, but it leaves me quick. I don't know why. I don't stay around. It just leaves me quick. Okay. We have gone through all the ribbon. What you think? What you think? I think it looks great. Look at that. All the way around. Nice and full. And this is on, remember, a Dollar Tree form. Not the big 15-inch raised form. This is a Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree. Once again, Dollar Tree. 14-inch work forms. So you don't have to worry about having to buy those expensive work forms. You don't have it, just go to your nearest Dollar Tree and you can make yourself a beautiful wreath. Now, we have that. Let's attach our sign. What I like to do is take my sign, put my Chanel stems in, or pipe cleaners, whatever you call them. Even them up as much as possible, and I give it a good twist. And I do the same at the other one. When I placed it up here, I only thought I needed to put 2, not 4, so I only put 2 up there. If I need to add more, you can add more. If you think it needs to be a little bit more secure, you can always add another one. Start off with 2. If you feel like you need more, then you add more. It's not a big deal. So let me just take a look at it and see if there's any spots that look more. You know, I'm looking at it right now. You want to know what? It looks completely covered to me. Let's see. That side of it. I'm going to put it on this side. I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it straight down. And sometimes when you put these in, when you use your Chanel stems, you may have to use 2 Chanel stems for the length so you can get down to your wreath form. This is a 14-inch Dollar Tree Wreath Frame, so it's a little lower. So sometimes when you're trying to get through your Chanel, through your deco mesh, and trying to get down to your form, it may not be long enough. Mine is long enough to just fight me and go through the deco mesh. Turn it over. Let's see if I can get that way. Okay, there you go. Let's see. I don't want to push it down, so I'm going to get one Chanel stem, and I'm gonna half it. I'm gonna put it in half, and I'm going to cut it, and then I'm going to add it to each one. I think I gotta get another Chanel stem to each end because I need the one. And sometimes you don't know how this is going to go until you try to attach it onto your frame. A lot of times with the raised frame, you really don't need to because the frame is raised. You've got those high bars. But with the Dollar Tree frame, being that it's flatter, you may need to add just a little extra length to your Chanel stems. Especially if you don't want it to be pushed down into your wreath. It's like some styles you don't have to really worry about that because you want it down. Like the one behind me, like the Mother's Day one that we just did, I wanted it tucked in. So it was okay, that's kind of sucked in. That's exactly how I wanted it. So that works. This one I want it to sit on the top. I don't want it sucked in. So I need to add the extra length from another Chanel stem to the one that we had up there. So this is the learning part for you. Don't think that you can't add it once you put it in. No, you just take it and you just twist it on. That's all I'm doing right here, just twisting it on. You add that Chanel stem and you just twisting it on. That's all I'm doing. Just twist it on and it will be fine. So we're going to try to attach it again. So now the pieces are longer, much longer. So we're going to try to attach it down again. You got to feel your way through your deco mesh. So feel your way through your deco mesh. I got one down. Get the other one. And when you add that, yeah, you have to get it to go down. Alright, so I'm just going to give that a little twist. So what I'm doing in the back here is I found it, I looked at my placement, and I'm just giving it a very easy 1-2 twist. That's all I'm doing because I don't know if that's exactly where I wanted that yet. So I'm just giving it 1-2 twists. Now I've got to go down here, attach the other two at the bottom. And you just feeling your way. That's all you're doing, is just feeling your way. Go through. Once you get it where you want it, give it a little twist. 1-2 twists. I like that placement. It's looking good. So I'm just giving a little twist. Now what you think? What you think? I think that's a good spot for it. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the sign on this side, right? That's where the sign is. And then I'm going to come on this side and put a bow. And then we're going to put embellishments all here and all here underneath the bow. So, okay, we're going to push this to the side and we're going to work on a bow. I like to make my bows with my Easy Bow Maker. I do have the bow dabber. I do use this on occasions, But now that I have my easy bow maker, I like this better than the bow dabber for making my bows. You may love the bow dabber and you stick with the bow dabber. I just so happen to like the easy bow maker because I like the extension of the numbers. The bow dabber don't have the extension of the numbers, but I like this one because they do have it. That's the only reason. Nothing else is wrong with it. It's good in the other way. So we're gonna pull some of our ribbon out. And I just think we're gonna make a couple of loops. So I don't think I need, and I normally size my bow on my wreath. And that's about a 10-inch tail. You pinch it. When you stick it down in your easy bow maker, you turn it. Because you want the bad side of the bow to be up facing you. What you do at this point is we're going to make 6-inch loops. So we're going to take it in here and we're going to pinch it again. Six-inch loops. So now we got the bad side. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm not even going to twist it. I'm going to do just one loop of each bow, each ribbon that I have picked out. That's what we're going to do today. Switch it up. If I want to add more, I can later. I think that's what I'm going to do today. Let's get the red. And normally I like to have on my 2.5-inch ribbons at the bottom, but you can switch that up, ladies and gentlemen. You can mix up your ribbon any which way you want to. When you fluff out your ribbon, nobody's going to tell. It's still going to be beautiful. So we still want to go with 10-inch tails. And we want to do the opposite side. So we go on the opposite side, but we twist. We want that bad side to come up. We're going to do a 6-inch loop into the 6-inch mark. And we don't turn it. Remember, we don't want to turn it because we want the good side to show. And I think they call this bow a funky bow. I don't really know all the names of the different types of bows out there. But I think this one is called the funky bow. And it's because you get like one bow of each ribbon. So I think that's why they call it that way. Don't quote me on it, maybe not. But so we're gonna do another 6-inch. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another 6-inch. No. And we're gonna cut a tail. And like I said, we can always come back in here later if we want to change it. Nothing is etched in stone. I got some white. We're gonna throw some pop. And I always like to do a totally different ribbon. Like I added this ribbon in and this ribbon in. That's not what's already up here. I always like to add a different ribbon into my bow. Always. I don't know why. I just think to me that just makes the wreath a little interesting. So go on the opposite side, and then we want to twist this up. Now we want to come down a little, maybe to the 6.5, the 5.5. And come down to the 5.5, and how you can tell is you move your ribbons and your bow out the way, and you use your measurements on the easy bow maker. That's why I love this easy bow maker. You don't want to turn it, right? Because you're only making that one loop right now. Take this off. So we did this, we did this. Let's do the blue. Shiny blue. Yep, rubber band down. And we're going to do that 5.5 again. So we came in on this side. Yeah, we want to do that 5.5. We want to do it on the other side. So we come down 10 inches. And we twist. And this is sheer ribbon. You really can't tell when you put it up there, but you know. Because the shiny side is going to be what's facing up. So you definitely want to come down to the 5.5. Like I said, if you use your measurements on an easy bow maker, you just move your ribbon to the side so you can see the numbers. That's 5.5 inches right there. And then you cut it off. What we're going to come in with, let's do this 5.5. Let's do the lines. Let's get that over here. And do a 10 inch, come on this side. I'm going to twist to make that bow, that one loop bow. And this one we're going to leave it. Leave it at that 5.5. Here, you just want to press it down a little bit so you know you have all your layers where you want it. Straighten out the base of your bow. Always helps when you take it off the easy bow maker when you've tried to secure it a little bit and make it nice and flat. So now that we have that, what we're going to go with next? I think we're going to do this, and then we're going to do the USA. Right, yeah. We may come back in with some more stars. Let's see. You make the bow the way you want it. This is your design. Make it the way you want it. On this side, making one loop. You're going to bring this loop in to like 4.5 now. You're going to bring this loop into 4.5. And you're going to cut that off. Now, I have a worded ribbon, and I'll show you what I mean by that. And I want the words to show. So when you do this, I'll show you worded ribbon. This is what I mean. There's words on it, right? I want that to show. So when I want a worded ribbon to show, you have to know you're going to use up a lot of your ribbon, but I'm already at the end of this and I'm ordering another one. So I'm going to go ahead and do what I want to do. If you're trying to get the words where you can see them, I'll show you how I get them to show. But a lot of times it's kind of hard to do without you wasting a lot of your ribbon. So just know that when you're trying to make sure you show your words, don't get too caught up in that, because if you do, then you're gonna lose a lot of your ribbon. So I already know that I want the words to show. So I'm gonna place the ribbon. I'm gonna make the bows in my hand. That way I know what's going to show in the bow. And like I said, you're going to waste a lot of your ribbon when you do that. This right here is going to say the USA. And unfortunately, it's going to be a little longer than the bow behind it, but that's okay. Your bow can be whatever you make it. So we got that part, right? This other side, it says America. You cannot show the whole America. The main thing I want to show is really the USA, because the USA is what's on the sign. The sign has some holding the USA. So that's going to be the main thing that I want, which I think I may just go ahead and move that red, because that red was bigger. And then put the red back on top. And then we're going to put it on this side. I don't have to do that. I have to do it on this side. So I have to put this way and put the red on this way. Okay. So this is going to be bigger than the red. And this is how you make it, ladies and gentlemen. It's your art. Don't worry about it. You make it the way you want to. And you may have to take some pieces out and redo it, just like I'm doing right now. That's fine. Get it the way you want it. I may have to cut the America on the tail. That may be what I do. I don't know. We'll see. Right now, I'm just going to cut that like that. And that's the tail we're going to have. I'm going to see. I don't waste too much ribbon by making a tail on the other end. I probably am. And what I just did is I made a makeshift tail. This is your art. Make it the way you want to. You have what you want showing. And what I do is I just take this and I'm just going to put this under about 2 inches out. So you're going to have a USA. And I'm going to have to put it on the other way so you can read it. A USA on that tail. That way you'll see it. And I notice there's a lot of different things I'm doing. It'll work out, trust me. And that's all we're going to put on this. I think that's enough. Alright, so now we take our zip tie and put this ribbon on, and I'm going to let you guys go. And I'll show you the finished wreath when I'm done. Zip tie and pipe clean or Chanel sling. And what I just did was I took the zip tie and I put it at the bottom. Normally I do this in the very beginning. You can see the zip tie sticking out. And what I did was, there we go, I stuck this all the way to the bottom. So you can see it sticking out there, all the way underneath the ribbon at the bottom. And I'm going to take my Chanel stem and I'm going to go in between these two poles that the ribbon is on and lay it flat under the ribbon. Because that's what I'm going to use to attach it to my wreath frame. Right? So I push the ribbon down. And I bring the zip tie up so I can close the zip tie. Because this is what I hold my ribbon together with. You don't cinch it all the way together yet. You just pull it out of that. There's a little indentation where the two poles were, and that's where you want to push the zip tie to. So you want to take it and push it down. Hold on to your ribbon and pull the zip tie to the bottom, and then you want to cinch it down just a little bit, not a lot, because you want to make sure your ribbons stayed on top of each other, because sometimes they move. No, saying it so, yeah, ribbon moves. So you want to pull your bows out a little bit, make sure they're where you want it, fix those centers. Make sure that they are where you want them to be. These tails are going where you want them to be. Got that USA there, which I love. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the red ribbon and I'm going to do a little thing in the middle here. Just to cover that middle. But I haven't cinched it up yet. So when I cinch it up, which I'm going to show you right now, I'm just fluffing up some of the bows. So you can see that. Just fluffing it up, some of the bows. I don't want to pull it too tight because I still got it kind of loose. This is how it's looking so far. And I want to take it and then I want to really cinch it down. And when I did that, it kind of made the bow come in. See in the middle? Now you don't see anything. And pull down that bow. And you just make sure it's tight. Let me just cover. Now I may have to attach some more Chanel stems just to make sure. Let me just go ahead and do that. Because I don't want to push my bow down into my wreath. I want it to sit on top. So you just twist it on like you did the other one, because you just want a little extra length, so your bow can sit on top of your wreath and not be pulled down into your wreath. I'm almost finished, ladies and gentlemen. I know I said I wasn't going to keep you, so I'm trying to get this done. Glad you stuck around with me. And if you was just joining, I'm Patriotic with Theme Creations, Wreaths and Things. We are doing a Dollar Tree, 14-inch Dollar Tree Wreath Frame, a Patriotic Wreath with a metal sign, 20-inch blue deco mesh, and 10-inch white and red striped deco mesh. The blue was done poof style on the 14-inch Dollar Tree Wreath Frame, 10 inch poofs, and the red and white stripe was cut to 20 inches and ruffled and placed into each one of the ties on the Dollar Tree frame. Okay, so we got our bow. You want to make sure you can see the words, the letters, and you want to find a placement for it. I'm going to go a little higher than the sign, and then I'm just going to stick it straight down. And you just pull your hands from the bottom and try to help that chenille spin through. It's a lot of deco mesh it's got to get through, so sometimes you got to stick your hand underneath it and help pull it through. That's fine. And it may take you a minute. That's fine. I got one end, now I'm trying to get the other end now. Okay, both the ends. Okay. To force the ends down, the piece that you twisted up here through the deco mesh. You can always pick it back up. You don't want the bow down, so you pick the bow back up. Let's see. Just right across from the side, which is what I wanted. I wanted it over a little bit more. So let's pull this chenille string, and this is how you figure out what you want. You put it in, you look at it, see if that's what you want. It may not be what you want. It may not be the spot that you want it in. So then you just move it over. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just moving it over a little bit. I don't want it too much to the edge. I'm going to over just a little bit more. My nail's snagging on the mesh, so it's not helping. And I'm just giving it a light twist until I can see it. Now, I'm going to cut some of these tags off. We're going to dovetail our ends. And I'm going to let you, ladies and gentlemen, go for eating. Because I got to go eat. I am a little hungry. And I'm just dovetailing them, which is I'm folding the ribbon over and going from the outside to the inside. And I'm not being exact on the measurement or how long I want it. I'm just right now, I'm just going through it. When I fluff out the ribbon later on, see where my bow is, and I'll know if I need to cut my ends a little more. And then I'm going to put in some embellishments. I'm going to put those rockets in. So when I come on again, I'll be able to show you the finished product. with everything on it. Okay, guys? I think that's a good idea. This is already late. Everybody's getting ready for their Monday morning. But I thank you guys for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, if you're on Facebook, please like, share, follow, comment. I need you guys comment. You gotta tell me which angle of the cameras you like better for me doing my videos. I need you guys to let me know that. So please go and watch some of my previous videos. Let me know which camera angle you like the best. I'm working on an overhead camera, so that will definitely give you guys a pretty good view. But for right now, until I get that, I need you guys to let me know which view you like the best. So if you can, go back and watch my videos, comment, and let me know which one. If you're watching me on YouTube, please subscribe, share, comment. Let me know what you think about the video. Let me know what you think about the wreath. I really love comments. Don't matter when you watch, comment. I always respond to the comments. So don't hesitate to do that. This is our finished product today, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at that. Take a look at that. Take a look at that. There you go. You can see the USA. You can see the America on the bow there. There you go. All of that right there. Well, okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Katrina with Athene Creations, Wreaths and Things, coming to you with another video. I think the next video is going to be a Mother's Day video, which I have everything right here. Some florals, this sign, another sign from Personally Yours. I love their signs. But a Mother's Day one, some florals. I have that picked out already for you guys. So thanks once again for watching my video. Like I said, if you're on Facebook, please like, share, follow, comment. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, share, comment as well. The only way my business will grow is through you guys helping me out with that. So this is Katrina from Athene Creations, coming to you with another video. Stay tuned. Until then, be safe. Bye.